Good evening, everybody. This is Robin Heron, your carnivorous grandma here. Welcome to the Carnivorous Grandma Speaks Women of Wisdom series. I'm very excited tonight to have with us Rhonda Townsend of Carnivore Leo, and we're going to have a great chat with her tonight. But before we get started, I'd like to read a scripture that's on my heart for this series. That is Proverbs 14:1. I'll try to hold this up. And it says, every wise woman builds her house, but the foolish tears it down with her own hands. And I love this because I feel like women who choose a proper human diet are really building a physical house. And so I'm so thankful to Rhonda for deciding to come and join us tonight. This is her first time being interviewed. I'm so honored that she chose me to be her first interview. And so, Rhonda, would you like to just go ahead and introduce yourself?
Thank you, Robin. Thank you for inviting me on. Anyway, so my name is Rhonda, and I'm just going to go back in time a little bit. I was born in Los Angeles, California. So I'm native Californian. Lived there my first 5 years, and then we moved to the capital city, which is Sacramento, and was raised here most of my life. And I pretty much didn't have any weight issues until I was in my senior year of high school. And I think my weight was around 140 pounds then. So after I graduated, I wanted to enlist in the Air Force. So the Air Force has a weight requirement. I couldn't weigh more than 128 pounds because I am only 5'3". So there's a range. So 128 was the max. So I had about 12 pounds I needed to lose. So I basically starved myself. And
Mhm.
by the time I went to the MET station, which is the military entrance processing station in Oakland, I on my way there, I passed out because I guess of low blood sugar. The sun had hit me, and I hadn't eaten for like 2 weeks almost.
Oh my God.
And a lady gave me a soda, and that helped, perk me up. But anyway, I passed my physical exam, and I met the weight requirement. I think I weighed 125 at that exam, and so I went in the Air Force. And my AFSC, which is the Air Force Specialty Code, is a 902, which is a medical services specialist. So that's what I was
Oh,
able to start.
awesome.
Yes, and so I basically, basically preparing the patients for examinations and taking vital signs, blood draws,
Okay.
updating the medical records, which that was the most important thing. So
It's
I
like a
enjoyed
medical assistant, right? That's what my daughter does. My
it
baby
exactly.
daughter, she's a medical assistant. It's exactly the type of
Yeah,
stuff that she does.
yes, it is. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that career, but I did not do that once I got out of the Air Force. I
Well,
actually,
thank you for your service anyway, even though you're not
yeah,
still in there. Thank you for your service.
oh, you're welcome. Hi, Diane. Thank you for joining.
Hi,
Uh,
Diane. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you made it too.
yeah.
So I wanted
So
to just
nobody.
ask,
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
so I just says nobody has seen me with my glasses, but I am 60 years old. I do need reading glasses.
You are a young 60, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you look great. I wanted to ask about the Air Force examination that you had, and it wasn't weight was the only criteria for health
Oh,
that
you
you
mean the
needed to be?
physical?
Mhm.
The physical exam? Oh,
Yeah.
no, that was just one of the criteria. You had to pass. I had to be in perfect shape, basically, metabolically speaking. And I was 19 years old then, so I was in good
Yeah.
shape. Everything was in normal range. They took a vast variety of tests, for the lung capacity test, your cardiac test. So they tested everything in detail, vision, everything had to be, if there was anything wrong, depending on it, depending on what condition you had, it could prevent you from enlisting. So I was
Okay.
happy that I passed.
Yes. So how long were you in the military?
Okay, a total of 6 years. So I did 4 years active duty because that's the minimum requirement to do 4 years. And then you have to commit to a 2 year um, reserve requirement. So that means the military could call you back anytime during that 2 years. So I decided to do my 2 year reserves as active duty as well. So I have a total of 6 years.
Awesome. This is a lady from my church.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
missionary Lumpkin. Thank you for joining us this evening. This is yeah, she's doing her own series called Morning Manna on Facebook, and she gets on there and teaches the word and also prays, and it's just awesome. So thank you for joining us, missionary Lumpkin. And bypass carnivore. This is Diane.
Hi,
Diane
Diane.
says, "Thank you for your service." Yes,
Oh,
thank you so much for your service. So
oh,
you
you're
said
welcome.
that you didn't really have a weight problem when you were a child, but when you got so when did you start to have another weight problem, or was there some other issue that led you toward a proper human diet?
Okay, so that's where I was going to continue.
Hmm.
I maintained my weight during the whole Air Force because if I had gained, they would put me on the weight management program. So after I got out in 1989, I started working for the state of California. And any state employee will tell you there's so many potlucks, and it's like they celebrate everything. Birthdays every month. Somebody new started, let's have a potluck. Somebody's leaving, let's celebrate. And gradually, I started gaining weight. So by the time I was 30, I'm not sure what my weight was then, but I was walking to work, and as I was walking, I felt dizzy, and I was like, I didn't know if I was going to black out or not, and it
Mm.
really scared me because that never happened to me before. So I made an appointment with Kaiser, and I was diagnosed with hypertension, which is high blood pressure,
Yeah.
and I was overweight too, so they were, telling me to exercise, eat less, try to lose weight, and so they prescribed me HCTZ, which is hydrochlorothiazide, and that
Hmm.
seemed to work at first. I lost some weight, and I think I lost to 135 pounds at that time,
Wow.
and so it worked for a while. But then I don't know what year it was. Um, I was always on it, and by the year 2000, before I got married, I know that I weighed about 165, 170 pounds. I went on this master cleanse diet. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, which is the maple
Yes.
syrup of all
Oh
things with
my
water and
gosh.
cayenne pepper. And then
Yes, I have heard of it.
I lost to 150 pounds because of my wedding day. I weighed 150 pounds.
Okay.
And I thought I looked good then, but I still was overweight, still had high blood pressure.
It's so
And then,
funny at 150 pounds, you are actually I think I'm weighing like about 153 pounds right now, and I'm still considered obese. I'm 5 foot 1.5, and I'm still in the
oh,
obese category. So
yeah, that's what
I
they
got a
told
long
me.
way to go still.
Told me I was obese. I'm like, really? And I think of obese, I'm thinking I'm morbidly,
Yeah,
morbidly.
right. Yes,
So,
absolutely. Please go on.
so after the wedding, um, a year later, I got pregnant with my daughter, and of course, I gained some weight with my daughter, and I had it's called preeclampsia, which is the
Mm,
pregnancy high blood pressure, which I already had a high blood pressure anyway, but it was elevated pretty high. My blood pressure was around 150 over 100, so that was pretty high to
yeah,
me. That's what they said. And then before I gave birth to my daughter, I was eclamptic, so it was that scary where I could have went into a coma and went into. She was only 2 weeks early, but I went into early labor, and they had to give
mm,
me some strong medication to try to lower my blood pressure. And every time I looked at that monitor, I was in tears because it seemed like nothing was making it come down.
right.
Um, so after that, after my daughter was born, my weight correct up to 200 pounds. And I think I sent you a photo of me.
Yes, let me share your photo. I'm gonna try this. I'll
Okay.
share a screen here. Let's see if we can do it. Oh my gosh, I had it up here. Hold on, let me just see
I
if I can
didn't like
bring it
taking
back
photos
up.
because I hated the way I looked, but there was one that I found where I was 200 pounds
Oh yeah,
with my
good.
little daughter. She was little
Sorry,
too.
I'm having a hard time finding it.
Oh, that's
Give
okay.
me a few minutes. Give me a second here. Let me try to
Bring it,
find
you can
it.
bring it up later if you want.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I don't know what I did because I had it up here, but now it's down. Sorry, I'll find it.
I'll,
And we'll bring it up
I'll just
later.
keep talking.
Yes.
I'll just keep talking. Um,
Okay.
so, I was 200 pounds. She was about 2 years old then, and that's when I weighed 200 pounds. And then in 2003, someone at my job told me about the Atkins diet.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. It's different from carnivore though because Atkins allows you to have carbs, the low carbs, and they allow you to have like berries, strawberries, and but I didn't do it right. I didn't because I didn't eat beef. I thought I didn't like beef, so I ate the lean.
Mm-hmm.
So I always ate chicken. I ate lunch meat. I ate the wrong things, and they allowed Splenda, and the Splenda is not good, you know. And I don't think they eliminated seed oil, so I was still eating all the bad stuff. And um, but I lost weight on it. I lost. I think
Yes.
I was 200 pounds, and I lost to about 160 pounds. So that's, I think, 40 pounds, right? So it
Yeah.
works, but after the induction phase, you go to the maintenance phase. I think by the time I got to that maintenance phase, I started reintroducing carbohydrates, and I gained
Mm-hmm.
all that weight back, 200 pounds, all of it. And
Yeah, I
so,
understand that too. Yeah. The carb, that's what happened to me actually. I mean,
oh,
I went on Atkins diet. When I stayed
oh,
down around 20 carbs or less per day, I
mhm,
was killing it. But then um, when I started to add the carbs back in, climbing up the carb ladder, I just lose it. And it's been that way. And I've done that for many years now
mhm.
with Atkins diet. I knew that the 20 carbs or less was probably going to be the range for me.
And you know what's crazy with Atkins? You got to eat all those bars, and the sweet taste is still there, and it didn't do
Yes.
anything for my
Yes.
cravings.
Yep. So Dr. Tony is here. Hey,
Hi,
Dr.
Dr. Jacqueline.
Tony.
I feel
Thank
so
you for
honored that
being
you're
here.
here.
I know. I'm happy to see you here. He's saying that the root cause of hypertension is a hyperinsulin state. A hyperinsulin state is caused primarily by eating excessive carbs. So low carb, keto, and carnivore can reverse hypertension over time. And I think we
Amen.
both experienced that, right? I
Yes.
I cured my hypertension with keto diet. And as I hear you saying that the same thing happened to you, that you were able to take care of your hypertension. Did you get off medication?
Well, I haven't got to that yes, but I
Oh,
haven't
you
got to
okay.
that point.
I'm getting
I'm
ahead of
sorry.
myself.
I'm sorry if I'm going long, but I wanted to kind of
Okay.
build the
Yeah, yeah,
timeline.
yeah, yeah. That's why we're here to hear your story.
So
Thank you,
after
Dr.
Atkins,
Tony.
thank you. After Atkins, after I did that in 2020, someone told me about the plant paradox. I don't know if you've heard of that. Um,
Mhm.
and that is Dr. Gundry. He wrote a book called The Plant Paradox. And that
Okay.
is about removing vegetables and that are high in lectins and then removing the nightshades, removing sugar. So I did that and did lose 50 pounds. So I lost
Oh,
50 pounds. I did it for about a year and a half. And my blood pressure though did not come down low enough. I did that
okay.
for a year and a half. And
Hmm.
then because of the YouTube algorithm, I was watching, Dr. Gundry so much about the plant paradox. That's probably why Anthony Casey's video came up called Plants Are Trying to Kill You. So this is
Mhm.
how I got into carnivore. That answers your question there. And so
Yes.
I went cold turkey into carnivore um, because that was in the fall of 2022 when Anthony Casey showed up. And then
Mhm.
January 2nd, 2023, I went cold turkey on the BBB&E challenge.
Wow.
So, and 3 months later, my blood pressure was normal. So to answer your question, yes, it did
3 months
normalize my blood pressure.
later. That's amazing.
And then lost the remaining 30 pounds for a total of 80-pound weight loss.
Wow, that's awesome. That
So
is
I hope I answered your
absolutely
question.
awesome. You did. So Dr. Anthony Chafee
Yes,
uh, did a video called "Plants Are Trying to Kill You."
yes.
And I also saw that video and I thought about going on carnivore, but I was afraid to do it because it just sounded too crazy. Did you have any trepidation or any concerns about trying a carnivore diet?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because my mom and most of the medical professionals tell you that not to eat red meat, that that's going to cause cancer, it's going to cause
Yes.
high LDL or HDL, no, LDL, high
Yeah.
LDL.
Mhm.
And so it was a little scary, but I tried everything else. And Dr. Berry always said, just give it a try for 90 days
Yep.
and see how you feel, see if you get results. And because I did, that alone sold me on carnivore.
Yeah. I mean, a similar story. I basically decided that I would try it in February. So I'm like a month behind you. I started February 22nd,
That's right. That's
2023.
right. It just
Yeah.
stayed 285 for me.
Yep. And so, I tried it for the 3 months. I knew that I would give it a try for the solid 3 months.
Hmm.
Um, and so some miracles happened. So in addition to your weight loss, so you lost all the rest of your weight that you wanted to lose, and then you got rid of your blood pressure medication. Is there any other benefits that you've seen from a carnivore way of
Yes,
eating?
yes. I didn't even know there was going to be other benefits because I only went carnivore for the blood pressure alone. That was my wife. But I have improved sleep
Mhm.
because, and I still drink coffee too at that point, and my sleep still improved. And I noticed, I don't know if you know about Leos, but we have a side of them that has a temper, and I would blow up.
Oh,
I don't know what would trigger me, but sometimes my husband would say something that would trigger, and my mom would say something, and I would just blow up, start yelling. I don't do that anymore. My mood is stable. My mood is better. To me, that's another great benefit I'm very happy about. And
yes.
also, I have increased energy. I have increased energy,
Energy.
and
Yeah.
I just want to interject with the energy part about Dr. Lisa Wiederman. I don't know if you know who she is, but
Yep.
I follow her, and she does it. She's a little bit more stricter, so she talks about coffee, um,
Yeah.
and 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 she convinced me to go ahead and give up coffee as well. So I think it's only been 3 months that I gave up coffee.
Wow.
I had the caffeine headache, and it was like starting carnivore over again with withdrawals. But
Mhm.
since I gave up coffee, I even have more energy, and I had increased
Really?
energy just on carnivore. But my husband, he just doesn't know where I get my energy from. So I'm happy I gave up the coffee now. And so,
Wow, that's interesting. So I do watch Dr. Lisa. Dr. Lisa is an eye doctor.
mm-hmm,
And yes, she's very strict on sweeteners
yes,
and coffee. And so is Dr. Anthony Chafee. They're both very like you need to eliminate that now. So
yes,
I did eliminate the sweeteners. It's been like 2 weeks. I've been going through severe, what I would call addiction withdrawal from that, just emotional distress. And it's kind of crazy, but yeah. So I'm still drinking coffee though. So I have hope for the future, Rhonda. hope for the future to give it up. And
But
I know I'm going to. I just haven't done it yet.
but I want to put this out here too. Dr. Kilt, he says you can have it from time to time, but not all the time. So there, sometimes if I'm at Starbucks, I will get one. I'll get the iced shaken espresso with stevia, and I don't use stevia unless I have coffee. So actually, because I don't really drink coffee on a regular basis anymore, that I don't even have
Okay.
stevia anymore.
Wow. I just, I am like, I'm not ready. I keep telling myself I'm not ready, but I am reducing. So I take my 1 cup of regular coffee a day,
Mm-hmm.
12 ounces, and then I add 4 ounces of water to it.
Oh,
And to try to dilute it, and then I don't have any additional regular coffee throughout the day.
okay.
But
Safe
I
to
do
start.
drink decaf coffee, but I know that all of it has to go. I hear the doctors speaking, and I'm like, okay, just give me some time, people.
Well, it is a plant, right? So I guess
It is a
technically
plant.
we
Yes,
should, yeah.
it is a plant. So I'm going to just read Dr. Tony's message here. He says recommended labs to evaluate CVD risk that are better than total cholesterol and LDL. And
Okay.
then he said TG slash HDL.
So do
TG,
I have to ask for that?
triglycerides. Oh, so triglycerides
And HDL.
over HDL. So it's a ratio of
Okay.
triglycerides and HDL.
And that should be
Um,
1.5 for us or 1.5, I
1.5.
think.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look
I'm
that
guess
up,
I'm
and
asking Dr.
I'm
Hampton.
sure
I don't
Dr.
know.
Tony is gonna tell us. He's gonna tell us, but here he's saying, I'm gonna come back to you, Jacqueline, but let's see. Dr. Tony is saying that fasting insulin,
Hmm.
ApoBA ratio, LDL particle size. So I think we want to have light, fluffy LDL particle size,
Hmm.
CRP, homocysteine, C peptide, and HA1C. So that's a good list of labs that we can do to see how our metabolic health is doing. So thank you, Dr. Tony.
Oh,
We appreciate that. Jacqueline S says, I gave up coffee finally 1 month ago. It was torture.
I know. I
That's what
know.
I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. It's going to be torture. I know it's going to be torture. I give it up every year for our annual fast in
Hmm.
January. So I was thinking I would wait till January, but I just don't know if I can because I'm getting a lot of pressure. I'm getting a lot of pressure from my people over here to get off of it. And certainly the docs are saying it's really not good for you. So
Hmm.
I might have to reevaluate my time frame.
Baby
So,
steps.
baby steps. Yep. I mean, we're taking huge leaps, honestly. Since January, you have taken amazing steps for your health, and I'm super proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a little bit
um,
addicting. It's addicting because I don't want to go back. I
right.
really love how I feel.
Do you have so there's a sense that I have, it's just like an overall sense of well-being. At least I had it before I gave up sweeteners. When I gave up sweeteners, that went away
Mhm.
for, I mean, for a time. That
Mhm.
just that generalized sense of well-being that comes from being on a proper human diet.
Yes, I feel more calm. Yeah, that zen feeling you
Yes,
get.
that zen.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to just put this up here, bypass carnivore. Thank you, Diane. We appreciate
Oh, thank
this. Don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Yes, we would love it if you would do that. Jacqueline is saying that she says
hi.
hello. And B Dog says, I'm getting labs in a month. I'm planning to do a video about my labs that I just got. Have you gotten your lab work done yet?
Not yet. My doctor usually orders it every year, so it's come. I think it's almost due, so I'll be getting that done probably in November.
Do you
and
think
I
you're
will
going to
share it.
be
I'll share
sharing
that.
that with your
Yes,
channel?
yes, I'll
Yes.
definitely share it.
Awesome. I have mine. I just have not been able to make a video about it, but I do have mine. I'm going to do the side-by-side comparison and I'll do that video. All
Okay.
right. Hanging with the Browns. Hey, G and
Yay!
Frederick. Hi. Welcome,
Thanks
guys.
thanks
I'm
for
so
coming
glad you're
in.
here. We aired a video today about our cholesterol, so we
I
definitely are going to
saw
be
that.
checking that out. I haven't seen it yet, but
You
I'll
did a
definitely
good
be checking
job.
that out.
Did a good
Awesome.
job, Frederick, on that presentation. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. So here, B Dog says, hanging, I saw your video. Great as usual. You guys do a fantastic job. Absolutely love your content. I tell you, your content is slick. I love it. Let's see. Hanging with the Brown says a suggestion for coffee. Take 5 pods, and once they're gone, that's it.
Oh,
Ooh. That's a good thing. You know what? I just might do that. I just might do that. I do need to
that's
get
a good
off of
idea.
it. Yeah, and I need to I just have to get off of it, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle. And since I've been detoxing from sweeteners, I'm like, I don't want to do one more thing. But I'm getting past that now. So, how long did it take you to get over your sweets addiction? Are you over it or are you still dealing with
Yeah.
your emotions?
I'll be honest. Okay, for the most part, I want to say yes. I think in one of my videos I talked about that a little bit. When I'm not perfect, so I'm a Leo, okay? So my birthday was just in August. So I admit that month I pretty much, I guess, binged on ice cream. I had it almost every day. Luckily I only gained 5 pounds, which that came off recently, but I I I seem to have a problem saying no to ice cream when it's around, but with any other sweet I'm not tempted, and I admit I've tried eating what I thought I loved before, and the taste was not the same. And when you
Mhm.
look at the ingredients, I see why it's all junk. But ice
Mhm.
cream, the one I eat on from time to time, like Dr. Tilt says, it only has
Yes.
5 ingredients, so that one's probably less bad than the typical
Mhm.
sweets that we eat. So, but that
Yeah.
is a struggle still. I still have a hard time saying no to ice cream.
Well, I was doing, liquid sucralose in my coffee, and I got
Mhm.
told off by the
Oh,
carnivore community. That's okay. It's okay, y'all. But yeah, so I did give that up. That was that and a lot of sweet drinks, like non-caffeinated drinks. But I did drink Diet Coke. I kind of cut back on that a while ago. But the like lemonades, sugar-free lemonades and teas and that kind of stuff is the stuff that I would drink that has usually sucralose in it.
mhm.
So I gave all of that up 2 weeks ago, and I'm starting to
Good job.
come through my fog, come through the fog of giving that up. I was talking to my sister this morning, and she said, "You mean like forever ever? You giving that up forever?" I think so. Yeah, I think I'm giving it up forever. But the cravings, I'm still having cravings for sweets a little bit. Not too terribly bad because I'm able to resist it, but some a little bit. So
Something about the sweet taste, it doesn't totally eliminate the craving. So I think Frederick said this earlier that what is that? Oh, I'm reading your note. Sorry,
that's okay.
it
Yeah,
is
no
good.
problem.
Oh, Frederick, the video is there so you can watch it. Anyway, eliminating the sweeteners does help a lot with the craving because with
Yes.
that sweet taste in
I
your
thought I
mouth, I
didn't have any cravings for anything, Rhonda. I really thought I didn't have any cravings for anything
hmm
until I realized that I was still, once I got rid of the sweet, that I had a craving for sweet taste, and if I think about this, having been on sweet my entire life in one
hmm
way or another, sugar free or just regular sugar from almost from birth, right? We have this taste of sweet in our mouth. they give us a birthday cake for our first birthday,
Mhm.
you know,
And in the
and we
hospital, they give them sugar water for the
sugar
babies.
water. Yep, yep. Even my baby granddaughter, she's about to turn 1, she had failure to thrive, so they fattened her up with sugar, you know.
Mm,
So, we have sweet taste in our mouth from almost from birth. So I'm
mm.
just, you know, recognizing that it takes time to get over something like that.
Oh, can
All
I just
right.
say one thing? Can I say one more
Yes,
thing?
absolutely.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
of
I'm
course.
sorry, Frederick. I misread your note there. My husband, he's not home right now, but that's why he's not here with me. Okay, sorry.
Well, we definitely would love to have him and you back
Oh,
together.
okay.
And I'd love to hear how is he doing on his is he deciding to go with carnivore, or is he making some other choices right now?
Well, he's not 100%. He never was 100%. He's just, I like to call him more meat based
Yeah.
now.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But he eats a few things that aren't like he said he has that he doesn't want to throw away. So he's still eating
Yeah.
those
I
foods.
saw the video. I saw the video where he said he was not gonna throw away those
Oh,
things and he was gonna eat them.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
he does plan to get fully on board soon, but he isn't yet.
Yeah, my
But he's so
husband is not
supportive.
either, so I totally get
Um,
that. He's meat-based because I cook pretty much meat
yeah.
every day. I do give him vegetables still.
Mhm.
You know, when I prepare the meals, I do prepare vegetables for him still, but he's mainly, I would say, keto or low carb.
Mhm.
Um, but still, you know, working on him trying to go carnivore one of these days. I don't think he might not ever go carnivore. I don't think he's really looking to go carnivore. So, and that's okay. I
You
am
never
okay.
know. You never know.
Yeah,
Dr.
right.
Lisa always says when people have a why that makes them cry, then they will go carnivore.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Mhm. Hanging with the Browns says, Dr. Tony Hampton, we need you on I need you on our show. Wait till
Oh,
you see the question. Yes, Dr. Tony. You gotta go on Hanging with the Browns. Oh man, I can't wait to see the question.
I would love
Not
to
just
see that.
all right, let's see what else we've got down here before I go back to my list of questions. We talked about taking the 5 pods. Um, getting a lot of hellos. Hello to the Browns. Yeah, you guys rock.
Rock,
Um,
yes.
So, Bypass Carnivore Diane says, thank you, Dr. Hampton. I've been wanting a list of the blood tests to ask for. So, thank you. I wrote them down. Good idea. I'm glad you did that. I also wrote them down. And let's see. Thank you, Dr. Hampton. Everything else good. I'm working on things. Good, B Dog. That's great. Let's see. Oh, look at this. The Hanging with the Browns, they watched your
Oh,
video.
thank
And they loved it.
you.
Yeah, they're looking for a farmer now. Yeah, the local farmers are awesome. I just went out to my farm today. You wanna talk a little bit about the video that you did?
Oh, that I want to say this first. I thought that video was never going to go out. In fact, I wrote a comment on the Browns on one of their videos because they were expecting it last Wednesday. And there was that video, it was all over the place and it was making me dizzy trying to watch it. And
Okay.
I just said, well, we can't show this video. It was awful. And but my husband found a way to edit it to a point where it could be watchable without making me dizzy. So we uploaded it last night, but that was so fun. I got the idea from Carrie at Homestead Helm because he, I think, has a neighbor that's a farmer and he interviewed them. And he stresses to the importance of supporting the local ranchers and farmers. So I reached out. I didn't even know if I had one close by. I Googled it, and then there was only one that showed up in my Elk Grove area. And then I looked on Facebook to see if it had a Facebook page and on a website. And it was, I think, I want to say 6 days prior to um, them opening up their ranch. It was like perfect timing. They said for the first time ever, we never opened up our ranch to the public. We're going to open it up for our customers to
Oh,
come
that's
tour our ranch.
awesome.
And they had like baby cows. And so I wasn't a customer at that point, so I wasn't sure if I could get an appointment, but I called and asked if we could film as well. And
Hmm.
that's how we started. That's how we found them.
That is awesome. They seemed like awesome people too.
Yes.
I know that my local farmer that I work with, we have a lot of farms in Michigan. I mean, we're farms all over the place, but there is a local farm that I work with and have been getting my beef and lamb from for about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. And the quality of the meat is just so good. There's such a big difference. And, you know, as you said, we hear from Carrie and from others as well, like Maggie, the farmer in
Hmm.
Alaska, right? That how important it is for us to support our local ranchers that are providing meat for us. And so that was just today I went out there and I got to meet the baby lambs. So that's coming soon too.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Well,
Yeah, that was really good.
I want to add that I was blown away at the taste and quality of that beef. I did purchase meat from them since that video, since we filmed, and
Mhm.
it doesn't compare to store bought. I never want to buy it in the store again. I'm gonna always
Yeah,
get it from them. And even though their beef is not 100%, like they're pastured raised, but they're grain fed at the end of the last 3 or 4 months of their
right.
lives. So, but they're non-GMO, no pesticides. But even though it is, I'm not going to be that picky about having to have 100% grass-fed, grass-finished.
Hmm.
That meat I could tell was superb quality to what I was buying in the store. I know where it came from. I
Right.
know how they're fed. I know it's one source, one cow, not like with the hamburger, not
Right.
a million different cows ground up together. So
Hmm.
it's no comparison.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. Like, um, so just being able to go out there and it was so cute. We were standing outside of the cow pen and
Mm-hmm.
all the cows came over to greet us. You guys will get a chance to see that. It was just so cool.
Oh,
They
that's
are
so
just awesome animals and they're so, I don't know, I call them beautiful. I think they look I love them.
I've never been that close to a
And I
cow ever.
appreciate them. Yeah, and then
I
we
was like a
learned
big
so
kid.
much too. Yeah,
I was like a big kid because I never experienced that before. So if I was
you
giddy,
learn
I'm
so much,
sorry, but it was
right.
so fun. Yeah.
You looked super happy and excited, especially when,
Oh, yeah.
you were riding on the hay bale.
Yes,
You looked
that was
so
fun.
happy.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. So hanging with the Browns, I know that I just saw Dr. Barry in the last couple of weeks posted a like a place where farmers could put out that they're in a certain area. There's a video out there that he did or a post about it. And I did click on that and was able to go there and find local ranchers in my area. So wonder if you could look at that and see if that would reveal any local ranchers because the meat quality, as Rhonda was saying, the meat quality is just head and tails over the so what you can buy in the store. It does not taste the same. It's so crazy how that
Mm.
is. Here's Ellie. Hey,
Oh,
Ellie.
Ellie. Hi, Ellie. I'm so glad to see you.
So glad to see you. She says she's late. Better late than never, Ellie. We're so happy that you're here. Let's see here. The baby cow was sucking your finger. Send me the
Yes.
link for that.
Oh gosh, I don't want to describe how that felt like. That's why I had the expression. It was like amazing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, oh my gosh. That's awesome. B Dog said they found a one farmer too. I'm not sure if B Dog is a guy or girl.
Mm.
All right. So let's get back to questions. If you guys have any questions for Rhonda, please feel free to put them in the chat. And this right here. Yes, I agree with this. One thing I learned about cows today that I did not know is that in the wintertime, they put on a big furry coat and I guess they get like big fluffy ears.
Mm.
I did not know cows did that. And then they shed in the spring. I had no idea. I was like, the sheep have a big coat, but cows don't. Like, lady was like, yeah, cows do have a big coat. I was like, oh, I had no idea. All right. So tell us about your exercise regimen. What are you doing for
Um,
exercise?
I wish Christy was here. I sprint also. So
Mm.
Dr. Sean O'Mara, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's also
Mhm.
carnivore, except for he does implement fermented vegetables. But he's into sprinting because he believes that sprinting reduces visceral fat. So I don't know how much
Visceral
visceral
fat.
fat I have because I don't have a scale and I did not get an MRI scan. But I started it in sprinting in July. After I guess my weight was low enough where I thought, well, I could do this. And so I do 3 times a week, 8 to 10 sets. So
Mm.
it's about, I think it takes me between 15 and 20 seconds going at max speed, as fast as I could go. And I still do that to today. I still do it.
Do you
You
feel like
probably get,
yeah, has made any change in your body since you started doing that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know that I feel stronger and I
Mhm.
feel when I look at myself that my skin is not as saggy or loose as it was. I feel that that's helping to tighten it up because I know exercise does induce autophagy as well as fasting. So I
Okay.
think slowly it is improving.
Can you
Oh,
just talk a little bit about what is autophagy, just in case of anybody on here has not heard of that? Do you have a definition?
oh shoot. Okay. From my understanding, it's when your body is eating, well, the word actually means to eat myself. So it's actually eating your old skin cells. If Dr. Hampton's still here, he might have a better
Mhm.
explanation.
Yes.
But
Yes.
so I hear that. That's why I do fast. I try to do it once a week for at least 36 hours because I think after, I don't know, 24 hours, then your body goes into that autophagy stage and it's supposed to help burn more fat if you have excess fat, and the old cells, and it helps repair your old cells, and it just gets rid of the junk basically. So
Mhm.
I don't
I'm just
know
looking
for
it up.
sure.
I'll put it up here on the screen what I
Okay,
found. That
okay.
way,
Because I don't know for sure if I'm correct, because I'm not a doctor. I'm just listening
yeah,
to
me
all
neither.
your YouTube videos, and I'm trying to remember what everyone's saying on those
Mhm.
videos.
Right. So autophagy is your body's process of reusing old and damaged cell parts.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's basically what it
Oh,
is.
so so the on Dr. Amara's protocol, he uses exercise, fasting, and there's other things like hot and cold therapy, which I tried to do.
Mm.
The cold showers. I don't know about if I can continue. Like in the winter time, it gets cold, and I don't know if I can handle it. But I was implementing some of the cold showers and saunas. So those also are supposed to help
That's
with that.
Dr. Omara?
Yes.
Okay, I've heard about the sprinting and I've seen a lot of people trying sprinting. I've tried to sprint a couple of times, but I think I'm like a slow moving train.
That's okay.
If they saw me
Because
sprinting, they would be like, that's not a sprint, that's a jog.
it doesn't matter how fast you go, you just
Mhm,
go as fast as you can at
mhm,
maximum speed for 15 seconds at least. And
Okay.
that is your sprint. Like Christy says, her sprint is someone else's jog. So, um, my sprint might be, someone else's jog as well. I don't really know how fast I go, but I feel like I'm getting
Mhm.
faster the more I do it.
You look fast to me when
Oh,
I watch your video. You look fast. You look like you're moving pretty fast to me.
oh,
So I
thanks.
just want to put this up here. B Dog,
Go ahead,
thank you for
Brenda.
letting us know. Brenda, it's nice to meet you. It's because I knew a guy, his name was G Dog. So when I saw B Dog, I was just unsure. So nice to meet you. I'm a retired nurse and a grandma. Nice to meet you. All right, let's see. She
Can
said,
I ask? Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, go
Go
ahead. Uh-huh.
ahead. Oh, I was gonna say,
Absolutely.
you asked me about my exercise regimen. I wanted
Yes.
to add that I also lift weights. They're just dumbbells. I have 10-pound weights, 8 pounds, and I have 4-pound weights. So
Mm,
I just do the basic, arm curls, arms, and I follow this lady called I think it's Fit at 50, and
okay.
so I kind of follow that regimen. So I do those 3 times a week on the same days I do my sprints. And I walk every
Nice.
day. I don't want to omit that. I don't sprint every day, but I walk every day. So 7 days a week, I will walk at least an hour.
Wow, that's awesome. So what happened to me was that I have arthritis in my knee, and my
Okay.
orthopedic surgeon, the first one that I saw, told me that walking is bad for your knee. So
Um,
so don't walk. So I stopped walking my dogs. I stopped walking pretty much period over the summer.
mhm.
And I had some neighbor kids that were out of school walking the dogs every day so that they could get a 20-minute walk every day. But recently I just decided that I was going to start walking again because I'm like, how literally can walking be bad for you? This doesn't make any sense. Plus, I'm not seeing that guy anymore.
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel when you're walking?
I feel fine. I literally can I mean, I feel when I look at my videos, I feel like I look like I'm limping. I do
Mm,
feel like I'm limping, but it doesn't hurt to walk.
okay.
So, and the dogs need to
It,
be walked and, it's just good for your body to walk. So, I've
mm,
been increasing my walking to like about 40 to 45 minutes a day. So, I'm still increasing, trying to get up to where you are at 1 hour a day. That's really good. Good for you.
it'll be interesting the longer you're on carnivore to see if your knee, if the pain, if that limp or whatever goes away completely.
Mhm. I have a little, so Hanging with the Brown says, yeah, you were moving fast to me as well. And yes, I felt
Um,
like you were moving at a pretty good clip. See if I can put a brace on. So I do have a little strap that goes around the knee, to keep the tendons in place. My daughter's a PA, so she gave me this little strap, and that strap does help. So yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna get out there and walk and do what I need to do. Going to do it. All right. So we talked about exercise,
mhm.
um, and the sprinting helping with visceral fat. Now, I think visceral fat is like fat underneath the skin, right? Directly
It around
underneath.
your internal organs, yes.
Oh, it surrounds your internal organs.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not the subcutaneous. The subcutaneous is the
Ah,
outside that you can
okay.
pinch, but it's the internal visceral fat that's the dangerous kind of fat to have.
Mm. Interesting. I'm gonna have to go and check out Dr. O'Mara and see what he is talking about with the sprinting. I just have been hearing other people talking about sprinting you know, and then I see you guys out here sprinting and I'm like, let me just try it.
The one thing
So
I
I
want to
did.
say,
I'm like,
oh,
mhm.
go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, that's all. Yeah.
The one thing I want to say though, Dr. Amara, he did say if we're overweight and when we first start, not to overdo it, like to ease into it. So, you
Mhm.
might slowly ease into it because I want to admit that my first week I pulled a muscle.
Oh.
And my quads hurt so bad and my inner thigh, it hurt so bad that I had to take 2 weeks off until that healed. But you know what I
Okay.
noticed? Oh, I know I'm jumping the gun here,
No,
but
that's okay. Go ahead.
what I noticed is since starting the sea lion challenge with you, that's more restrictive carnivore. So
Mhm.
it eliminates dairy and I had the eggs and dairy on it. I noticed I'm not sore.
Oh,
I'm not sore now.
wow.
Now I know what Dr. Tracy was talking about when he was talking about we're not sore on just
Oh,
carnivore.
wow. That's interesting. So
So
I think he just eats beef and water
he,
and salt. Not salt. He
that's
doesn't even salt, does he? I don't even think he salts really.
he said he doesn't use hardly any anymore. But that's the lion diet, right? Is that he
Mhm.
does? Oh, okay.
I think so. I think
Mm.
so.
So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
Oh, hi
So
Becky.
Dr. Hi. I was trying to go back and find her name. I know I have it written down somewhere. Becky.
Yeah, I was gonna chat with her this morning. Was it
Yes.
yeah, Christy's chat, a meeting wellness.
Okay. I'm trying to remember everybody's names. I'm really, really bad. But yes, I will check out Dr. Amara's MRI videos of visceral fat. I know that, they stump that fatty, we have that fatty liver, fatty kidneys, all of those things. So that's the kind of fat that we're talking about that clogs up um,
Hmm.
your internal organs. So
Hmm.
yes. Um, Hot and cold showers. Can you talk a
So
little bit more about that? Like
that's hard.
hot and
I only
cold.
started.
Okay.
Dr. Mara mentioned it, and I think Dr. Boz, Annette Bosworth, she's into that
Mhm,
too, the hot cold therapy. Um, so when I don't have a sauna, I don't have a gym membership, but I don't know if I want to admit this, but when I was going to the casino, I would get these free hotel stays. So for
mhm.
a couple of months, I took advantage of that. And of course, they have the steam rooms and the saunas there. And that's where I implemented it. But now I no longer have those comps. So I'd have to just take a cold shower here at the house. And I haven't done
Mhm.
it for a month now. It's been a month. So
Yeah,
it was
I
hard.
did
It's
try
hard.
this over the summer, increasing taking my hot shower and then going to cold over the summer. But you're right. I don't know if I can do this in the winter time. It's
And
cold.
yes, I agree with you. I did start with a warm shower first, and then I gradually increased it to cold. And after a while, yeah, I did get used to it. So
Oh,
I do need to go back into that. So I don't know the science behind that either, but I think maybe it has something to do with the autophagy. Um, because what makes
mhm.
you, it makes you stronger, your body's stronger when you put it under that kind of stress. It's called,
Yes.
I think, hermetic stress. I think, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Let me see. What else do we have? So, Becky says, and yes, I do see Becky all around. So it's so awesome how you support everybody, Becky. I love that so much. And I appreciate you being here with us this evening. So, we actually talked about how you got to carnivore and with Dr. Anthony Chafee.
Yes.
So let's talk about food.
Okay.
We have 7 minutes left. Oh my gosh, let's talk about
Oh, okay.
food.
Okay.
What's your favorite food?
Wow. I think it's the carnivore quiche. And Dr. Lisa Weirman, she cooks a lot on her channel.
Mm-hmm.
And now it has dairy, so it has, the heavy cream and the cheese. But I think that's my favorite one. I made it a lot when I kind of started carnivore because and everyone in my family loves it. So I think that's my favorite. So it's like a comfort food.
Nice.
Yes,
That sounds like something good to have for a holiday or something when you're really
yes.
gonna have a splurge. Yeah. So do you think that you're going to be incorporating, your sea lion is over at the end of the month? What do you think you're going to do next?
Oh, I can't wait to put back the bacon and eggs and some
Me too.
dairy because dairy, I don't feel it affects me that much.
Hmm.
But if my sourness comes back, I may just eliminate it and use it only for the special recipes like the carnivore quiche that calls for dairy. But I want the eggs back. I thrive on eggs.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I can't wait for this. And basically I kind of eat this way every day. Beef, butter, bacon, eggs, and seafood. That's what I eat
Hmm.
every day.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, me too, pretty much. But I do miss eggs. I was at the grocery store today buying eggs, and I'm like, I can't wait till November 1st when I can have eggs and also chicken wings. I miss chicken wings a lot. So, that's something, that I
Mhm.
really do will be looking forward to. So, can you tell us about your channel? I'm going to see if I can bring your channel up.
Okay.
Carnivore Leo, and then you can just tell us a little bit about it. Um,
I'm sure everybody figured out why I called it Carnivore Leo, because I'm a Leo, right? And
so-
Leo is lion, right? And in my case, a lion.
yes.
And aren't lions carnivores? So that's why I came up with that name.
Okay, I'm gonna share your channel. This is Rhonda's channel.
So
You're
on one
killing
of
it,
my
Rhonda.
thumbnails, you can see where I was a little bit heavier on the left, on one of my thumbnails. So that's my before and after on that one.
Okay. Oh, here. Here?
Uh, where it has two of me. The first, my
Oh, right
very first
here.
video.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
the one.
that's the
Yep, that's it.
thumbnail. Though.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
wasn't able to bring that up. I'm got this new computer. I don't know what I'm doing.
Um, oh, no worries. I'm gonna make an update video and like um since I never had one, since I started carnivore, and I'll put my before and after pictures up on that
Mhm.
one.
Nice. Wow, this is awesome. I love your shorts. I love your like what you're eating every day.
Okay.
And these
Oh
are your
yeah.
food looks so good. Oh my
As you
gosh. It
see, I
always looks very
fasted one of
appealing.
those days.
Yes.
I was glad I
For you.
fasted because I'm like, what am I gonna make? Because I'm running out of ideas.
Your food
Oh,
always looks amazing.
well,
It
I
does.
want to enjoy what I eat, and
Mhm.
we do eat with our eyes. So I try to make it look as
Yes.
good as appealing as I can.
There's you sprinting.
Yes,
I love
I don't
that.
make a lot of videos doing that because I do it every other day. I don't want to make exercise. I don't want to make videos of me just exercising. So
Right. Yes. I haven't done any videos with me exercising other than just walking outside. So
mhm.
everybody go if you haven't already and subscribe to Carnivore Leo, Rhonda's page.
Thank you,
And I love what you're doing there.
thank
Let's see,
you. Oh,
I have
thank you,
2
Carrie.
minutes.
Thanks, Carrie at Homestead House too, because he's the only
Yes.
reason I started the channel. I would have never. I always followed everybody, but I never wanted to do any of these. Didn't even know if I'd be good at it because everyone else already has a good success story. They have the journey. They actually documented on YouTube. I don't have that. I don't have many before and after pictures because I didn't like the way I looked being 200 pounds, so I didn't take
Mhm.
photos then. And
Right.
it's already 285 day for me, and I don't have any of that. So I just have to do the best I can,
Well,
with these.
you're documenting your journey. I think one of the main things and the reason that I do a lot of what I could eat in a day
Yay,
videos
Jacqueline.
is hi, Jacqueline, is
I'm on the
because
fifth. Sorry. I'm sorry. I should
oh
have
my
read the comments while you were talking. I'm sorry.
that's okay. No worries. No, that's fine. I'm clicking them so that you can see them.
Oh, thank you,
Um,
Jacqueline. I just saw your subscribe. Thank you.
yes. Thank you, Jacqueline. So, I mean, I feel like one of the main questions that people have is, what can I eat? And so you're showing that, and I think that's fabulous.
Thank you.
You're showing a lot of the what can I eat, and your food looks absolutely incredible. I do want to we have just a few seconds left, but I really want to just talk about Carrie and the carnivore diet movie and the influence that Carrie has had on you. So can you just share a little bit about what Carrie, how he's blessed you as he's blessed us all?
Well, I don't even know how to start because I followed Terry for a long time, and I, like I said, never intended to send a video, but he always is asking people. He goes, "Don't be afraid, to do this. You can do this. You just go ahead and send me the video." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if mine's good enough. I don't think he's gonna show it on the live stream." So I emailed him and I said, I don't know if this meets your caliber, but anyway, this is my story. And I only had 2 days to get it to him. I decided at the last minute, and I was shocked when he
Mhm.
replied back and said he was gonna show it on the live stream, on the testimonials. And that
Yes.
just touched my heart. He's such a caring person, and
Mhm.
um, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just, I thank him.
Yeah.
So that to me, if I help other people without knowing it, I didn't know if I could even help anyone else. Um, I don't know. I know the time is up. But do I have time to say? I just want to say what we're gonna
You
do
have.
because
You have
Terry is
time.
influencing me so much. He's the one that influenced me to do the farm days video, and then because of him, my husband and I have an idea of going out. You know how in church when the preacher's preaching to the choir or to the members,
Yes.
everybody in that church, we are already on the same page. We already agree with you. We already know. Okay, same with
Mhm.
carnivore. Okay, so in the church, you got to go out in the world
Yes.
and reach people. Carnivore, I feel the same way. I can put these videos up, but it's mainly the carnivore community looking at this. So we
Mhm.
kind of go out, and maybe I'm going to buy a shirt that says "I eat only meat." Ask me why. See if people will
Yes.
approach me. See if they'll let me interview. I'll be like a reporter and see if we can document some of these things and maybe help some people overcome their metabolic issues. So that's how Carrie's influenced me.
Yeah, Carrie's awesome. I just have the carnivoredietmovie.com scrolling across the bottom.
Yes,
So, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter or signed up for the carnivoredietmovie.com, go out there and check out the website. Carrie is, I just say he's blessed to be a blessing. He's blessing so many people. And just this carnivore diet movie that was his brainchild is going to be amazing. Is that your husband?
I don't know. I hear him. Can you hear Frederick and
Come
G
on
want to speak
in. Come
real
on
quick?
in. Come on in. We'll hang out
Fred,
for a
Fred,
few more
Fred,
minutes.
Frederick said
Yay!
he expected you to be on with him. Here's my hubby, you guys.
Hi.
Mellow,
This
mellow,
is Mel.
Mel.
Mellow
Um,
Mel. Hey, Mellow
am I
Mel.
famous now?
You
I know.
are. You're famous with these 14 people
Oh,
that are
yeah.
watching. Thank you for coming in. Oh my
Oh, okay.
gosh. Awesome. Nice to see you,
Okay,
Mellow
go ahead.
Mel. Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, so just to wrap it up, Rhonda, I just appreciate you so much, so very much for letting me be the first person to interview you. And I know that you're going to have many more people who want to talk to you going forward. So I'm looking forward to seeing you
Actually,
all over the place. And
actually,
then,
Ellie asked me too. So, and then I have a couple
yay!
other people. So I will reach out to her as a promise. Now you're funny.
Oh my gosh, I already love your husband.
Oh wow.
So he's awesome.
Thank you again for reaching out to me, actually asking me if I could come on your show. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
too.
you for
All right,
I
everybody, we are
appreciate you
gonna
too.
oh, go ahead. Yep, we'll
I
just give you a
appreciate
few more minutes.
I know I just want to say I appreciate you too, Robin.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for Carnivorous Grandma Speaks Women of Wisdom series for this week. We'll be back next week. We'll have another guest coming next week. I'm super excited. And also, if you're interested in being interviewed on the Women of Wisdom series or the Carnivorous Grandma Speaks series, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is robyn HERRON@hotmail.com. Robin Heron at hotmail.com. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.